We all have areas in our lives that we wish were different, whether it's breaking bad habits, overcoming self-doubt, or finally achieving the goals we've set for ourselves. Fixing yourself is not about perfection, it's about deliberate progress. The journey of self-mastery is about recognizing that you have the power to shape your life and taking intentional steps to make it better. Before we dive in, make sure to check the comment section, where I've left a question for you. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. So, let's get started. The foundational principle of this Stoic journey is radical self-examination. You cannot transform what you refuse to acknowledge, so take a moment to scrutinize your life with philosophical clarity. Your habits, your impulses, your thoughts. What aspects of your character demand philosophical refinement? Perhaps it is your physical discipline, your rational mindset, or your approach to interpersonal relations. Whatever the domain, the key is absolute intellectual honesty. It can be challenging to confront your own imperfections, but remember, self-knowledge is the cornerstone of personal philosophy. Begin by conducting a rigorous inventory of your inner world. Pose penetrating questions. What habits diminish my potential for virtue? What recurring thoughts limit my capacity for reason? Do my relationships strengthen or weaken my character? Document these insights with precision. The more clearly you map your inner terrain, the more effectively you can chart a course of philosophical improvement. Once you have identified areas requiring philosophical cultivation, the next critical step is to embrace total personal accountability. This might be the most challenging aspect, as it demands you cease attributing your circumstances to external forces, be they people, situations, or past experiences. It is tempting to believe, if only certain conditions were different, my life would improve. But genuine transformation begins when you accept complete responsibility for your internal state. You are not a victim of circumstance, but the architect of your own rational response. By accepting total accountability, you liberate yourself to make meaningful, philosophical choices. This means abandoning excuses, those subtle narratives we construct to justify inaction. Whether the excuse is "I lack time," "I feel overwhelmed," or "I'll begin tomorrow," recognize these as obstacles to your philosophical development. The Stoic truth is clear. If something truly matters to your character, you will find the means to manifest it. Challenge these excuses ruthlessly and interrogate their validity. With philosophical accountability established, construct clear, purposeful objectives. Understanding what requires refinement is merely the preliminary step. Developing a strategic approach is paramount. Formulate specific, measurable goals that align with virtue. Avoid nebulous aspirations like "I wish to be better" or "I desire tranquility." Instead, deconstruct these into precise, actionable practices. If physical discipline is your aim, commit to structured exercise and intentional nutrition. For mental fortitude, establish a daily practice of meditation, rational self-reflection, and philosophical study. Ensure these goals are pragmatic and incrementally challenging. Overly ambitious targets can lead to disillusionment, potentially derailing your philosophical journey. Focus instead on consistent, measured actions that gradually build inner strength and character. Self-discipline emerges as the essential philosophical muscle in this transformative process. It represents the capacity to execute what reason demands, regardless of momentary emotional resistance. While motivation fluctuates like shifting winds, true discipline remains an unwavering internal compass. Construct a daily ritual that reinforces your philosophical commitments. Allocate dedicated time for personal development, potentially requiring early rising, eliminating distractions, or declining activities misaligned with your higher purpose. Discipline, like a muscle, strengthens through consistent application. You may not always feel motivated, but continually remind yourself of your higher philosophical objectives and the progress already achieved. Cultivating philosophical resilience is another critical dimension of self-mastery. Life presents inevitable challenges that test our rational resolve. Resilience is not about avoiding difficulties, but confronting them with philosophical equanimity, transforming obstacles into opportunities for growth. When encountering setbacks, resist despair. Instead, approach challenges as chances to demonstrate your philosophical training. Reflect analytically on what transpired, adjust your approach, and proceed with renewed determination. Develop a nuanced understanding of challenge. View it not as failure, but as essential philosophical feedback. The most refined philosophers did not avoid difficulties, but learned to navigate them with grace and wisdom. Nurturing a rational mindset is fundamental to philosophical transformation. Your thoughts are the architects of your lived experience. Persistent negative self-dialogue undermines your potential for growth. Practice disciplined self-talk. Acknowledge your strengths, visualize rational outcomes, and surround yourself with intellectually stimulating influences. A mind trained in philosophical reasoning remains focused and balanced, even amid external turbulence. Self-care represents a profound philosophical practice. You cannot pursue virtue if you neglect your fundamental human needs. Prioritize activities that restore your physical, emotional, and intellectual equilibrium. Engage in exercise that cultivates bodily strength, consume nourishing sustenance, and ensure restorative sleep. Emotional care demands honest self-reflection, whether through journaling, meaningful dialogue, or contemplative practices. Mindfulness and meditation serve as powerful tools for maintaining inner stability. Remember, philosophical development is an ongoing journey. Approach your transformation with patience and compassion. Celebrate incremental progress, understanding that each small step represents a victory in your pursuit of wisdom. Embrace the path of continuous self-improvement. If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who might need it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And remember to check the comments section to answer the question I left for you. I'm excited to hear your thoughts. Stay strong, stay focused, and keep working on becoming the best version of yourself. See you in the next video. If you've made it this far, drop 100 in the comments. It shows you are part of the 1% that's improving every single day.